sat and thought about your life, how God just has everlasting, unconditional love for you. I've been on this new spiritual journey for about 2 weeks, and God has just opened up my eyes to so many amazing things. I'm calling my mom every day, 2 times a day, just telling her about the new found joy I have, and it's amazing. I'm listening to music in my car, and this relates to me. This is me. I feel like God has just set me up, and I know I say it all the time, but y'all, He really set me up. It's really. I think about having my daughter at 16. God gave me that story to tell. I've been knowing since I had her that I would that I would have a testimony, and I kept saying it was just going to be a testimony so that I can help other people. So because wouldn't be, the typical teenage mother. I never wanted to be that. So, but I'm thinking. I think with my husband. I think with owning my own business at 22. I think about when I was 12 years old, I wanted to be a writer, a journalist. That's what I was going to go to school for. And now, look at me. I'm writing my first book. God set me up amazing. My parents are, my dad's a pastor, my mom's a minister. And I just think about how, I've battled with alcoholism in my own life. I battled with prescription drugs, but it didn't break me. I battled with selling out of classes. I battled with me and my husband having relationship problems, but it didn't break me. It didn't. God told me, Elena, I gave you that. He gave me the experience without suffering. Isn't that amazing? Me and my husband are still together. I'm not dead from an overdose on pills. I didn't I'm not in jail because I was drinking and driving, and killed someone. All these stories I think about, and I just think about how amazing God truly is and how much He loved me. Like, that's a big deal. How much He loved me. That I'm not what everybody said that I could have been. I'm not on welfare with 4 children and no husband, single. I mean, if you are, pray about it. God will deliver you. God will can change your life, and He can open up your eyes to things you never even imagined. I remember being small, and I'm saying, "Oh, I'm gonna have a big house. I'm gonna have that when I get big." And people just like, "Yeah, girl, whatever." you know, God is amazing. He will make a way out of no way. These past 2 weeks, He's just been showing me. He's been showing me that it's Him. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm going crazy because I'm having one-on-one conversations with God in my head, and I'm thinking, is this real? Like, who does this? But He's saying, yes, Elaine, it's me, and I'm here. He's telling me He's always been there. I think about everything in my life. I think about how I'm still making it. I'm still here. So many things could have happened. So many things should have happened, but it didn't. And that's because I'm here and I'm supposed to help other people. I'm supposed to tell my story. I'm supposed to tell my story and not and be real, be raw with it. I try to sit down and thoughts pound my head until I write it down, until I speak it, or I go lay back in the bed and I gotta pop up and make this video. God is real, y'all, and He answers prayers, and He will speak to you, and He will give you the answers that you need to hear. I just pray that everybody finds God and know that your time is coming, and He works in timing. perfect divine time. And if you're struggling right now, he's doing that so you can have a testimony. So when he brings you out, you know it's him who did it. And you'll know that, I can make it. And God won't put any more on you than you can bear. When he knows that you are strong, he knows that you are ready, you're ready. And if you have, you know, children, if you're a young mother, you're ready. God is has given you the best gift in the world to bear his own, to raise up the next generation. And you have to be proud in that, and you have to kind of put yourself aside and say, I can do this. Ask God to show you the way. Ask God to show you what he would have you to do. I often pray, Lord, just have your will be done in my life. I don't pray that I'll pass a test or that I'll make it into, this thing, or that I'll win the lottery. I never pray things like that. I always pray, Lord, have your will be done in my life. Because he's the Father, he's the Heavenly Father. He knows exactly what you need before you can even say it. So he knows. He knows what you can handle. He knows what you can bear. He knows that you want prosperity. He knows you want the big house. He knows you want the nice car. So just ask him. And when he gives you that direction, when you hear that little voice in your head, go with it. Stop saying, oh, I'm just, I can't do that. That was just my intuition. No, God places people in your life for a reason. Everyone. I think about my husband. He is such a good supporter, such a good, he's my muscle man. And I think about all the things I couldn't have done without him. He drove me to get my GED test, take my GED test. He pushed me to start my own business. God places people in your life for a reason. When I told him I wanted to be a writer 6 years ago, he went out and bought me a laptop and said, okay, you're going to do this. But I wasn't ready then, and I wasn't ready. I had all the tools in the world, but I wasn't ready. I didn't know what my story was. So you just have to pray about it and ask God, and one day you'll wake up and you're a whole different person. Sunday morning I woke up and I said, I'm a minister now. And I told my husband, and he said, yes, you're ready. God speaks to you. Because I would often say, God's gonna do this, or I vision this for myself, and I would say it lightheartedly. But now I know that was no coincidence. This was God's intention all along. Having a daughter young, God told me I had to start you young so you would be ready. In time. I'm 26 years old, and I'm ready. I'm ready to mentor and help other people. So I just had to wake up. It was just another, God told me, come speak to my people. I had to wake up and I had to come and I had to tell it. And maybe this is a mini sermon. It sounds like a mini sermon. So maybe that's what it is. But I'm just excited. I'm excited about what God is doing in my life. I'm excited about Elena's Everlasting Girls. I'm excited. I'm excited. And the name is Everlasting Girls because God's love is everlasting. I want you to go out and to be everlasting. I want you to find everlasting hopes and dreams and succeed in life, everlasting, eternally, and to know that God is who we're going to hold our hopes up to. Hold your hopes on things. I'm sorry, I'm getting beside myself. Build your hopes on things eternal. That is the slogan. That's our slogan. That's what we're gonna go by. Build your hopes on things eternal. So and become one of the lamest everlasting girls because God is eternal and God is love and God will show you and God will help you and God will be there when no one else will be there. I think about when I went to boot camp for joining the Navy. I had no one else to talk to. I literally gained so much gained so much spiritually through that. Every night I talked to God like he was my friend because that's all I had. I miss my children, I miss my husband, I miss my family. God just telling me I put you there for a reason, so that that he could be all that I could depend on. I didn't have my husband. I didn't have my parents. I didn't have my children. I just had him laying in the bed at night to talk to, saying, Lord, help me through this. Help me through this. Help me make it. You know, allow this time to go by fast. That was 2 months, the longest I ever been away from anybody, but it made me stronger. It gave me a newfound faith. I've always believed in God, but it just it just strengthened that. So I just pray that everyone gains a relationship with God, and for you to know that He is the truth, the way, and the life, and that He will open your eyes and He will allow you to see things you've never even dreamed about. So that's just my prayer to everybody, and I'll talk to you later. Be blessed.